welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a wanton craft brew on the side. I'm Jade, and I'm here with Nate.
Hello.
And we are slapping chapter 40 of Soul of the Fire.
We get to... Okay, I'm in.
And we could slap a person, but we don't want to announce it on the podcast before we do it. So.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I follow.
Yeah.
I will go get my slapping glove.
Yeah, the dueling glove.
Yeah. I have a dueling glove. I guess that's the moment of truth. Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, well, I just started thinking about that Simpsons episode with the glove, and there's a song at the end about slapping.
Well, yeah.
It's a glove slap, baby.
Oh, I understand. B-52s. Yeah. Well, no, you've got to pull it off one finger at a time, you see, to really get the thread across. And then the slap is really more of a formality, but I like to put my little rocks that I'm not allowed to throw anymore in the fingers. Really sends a message.
Yeah, you can put some math rocks in there, and then it might be a little sharper.
Got you.
All D4s, baby. D4s all the way through. On our last chapter episode thing, Dalton had a visitor that caused him to go get Fitch to clean up another one of his fucking messes. Well, not his mess. One of Bert's messes, but still a mess.
A mess.
Nonetheless.
And you made it rhyme. So fancy.
I liked it.
That's what the Patreons really want.
Yeah, I think that's what they came here for. That's what they stick around for. And, you know, they get even more of this awesome goodness over there. Why wouldn't you?
When you could have all this.
Yeah. Hours and hours of this. So this chapter opens up with the Hakens in penance assembly with Master Spank.
Ah, the boots guy. The heavy boots dude.
Spinkter.
I think he would beat them bloody if they're like, yo, Spinkter, what's up, my man?
You know that's what the Haken boys call him after class,
They're all fucking thinking it, yeah.
Fucking Master Spinkter.
And rightfully so with a last name of Spink. Come on.
That's what you get. You get what you get. You know? Unlucky him for having that name.
You played the name lottery.
Yeah.
You lost.
Sorry
buddy.
Just the fact that we both went sorry, bud, at the same time.
Sorry, bud.
We've been married for too long.
That's just the way it is.
Today's subject in the penance assembly is about the rape of the Ander village in the past. We knew this, though. We knew that's what we were coming here for this week.
Yeah, we're coming here for a guilt trip again.
Yeah, we're always here for a guilt trip, but it's been leading up to the guilt trip of all guilt trips, you know?
It's not just a guilt trip today.
Yeah.
Today, there's an extra special lesson to be learned.
Extra special field trip instead of just not really a field trip, but field trip to the past. Terrible things. Not really Miss Frizzle's type. This also happens to be Fitch's first lesson in sex.
Oh, yeah. Something we all remember fondly, right?
Yeah, not really really the sex ed classes that we had growing up. It's a little different, but
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
This one tries to put the guilt in it too. Now, granted, we're going to get to what they're talking about here in just a second, but also every sex ed class I took as a child was meant to make us feel comfortable being in there. And it seems like Spink does the exact opposite of that at every fucking turn. He's like, how can we make this as uncomfortable and bad as possible?
Well, yeah. I mean, they separate you and have you learn about your body and then put you together and be like, this is what happens when you put you together. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had again, we'll get to it. We had the all boy lesson first.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. These people don't even know that base foundation. So it's a little rough. But they do have them set every other man, woman to make it more awkward.
Right.
And you're not with people you know. It was also mentioned that they separated that they know where everybody's from. So they were like, oh, you don't get to sit with anybody from Bracegirdle. You have to sit with somebody from Hobbiton.
Right. Everyone's a fucking stranger.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about Fitch first, right? Because he's kind of our character. And he's sitting in between two women while he's being told how the Hakens are evil and rapey and all the bad shit that they do. And then he's looking left and right at these two women like, holy fuck. Mind your P's and Q's, dude, because this is not the place to act out.
Yeah, he's like, face at the floor.
But opposite of that, you've got all these girls in this class who have two guys to either side that they don't know. And then they're being told how they're essentially just rapists in waiting. So they've got to be fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck, why would I want to be seated here right now?
Right. It is a weird psychological torture. I mean, we know this, but it's a weird psychological torture too, because like the Ander women don't have to go through these classes to understand the dangers of the Ander or of the Haken men either. So it's guilt for everyone, but also the Haken women have to just feel shit the whole time.
Built-in terror.
Yeah, all the time.
100%.
Yeah. Ugh. Spink says that today's Hakens, these people sitting here in this room, in this very room, may believe that they're better than those overlords, right? They didn't do the raping, but they're not better. They're just as shit.
Right. Just as shit.
No matter how hard they've tried, hasn't helped none.
You're a shit.
You're a shit.
You know what you remind me of? A shit bird. And you know when they come around? Shit storms.
Yeah, the shit winds are blowing. So he asks Fitch, who is wearing his uniform again, if he thinks he's any better. And Fitch is like, nope, I do not. I am not going to. I know your games, Master Spink. No, I am a full big shit. I am fully aware. You don't need to tell me.
Big old stinky worthless shit.
Yeah.
Especially while I sit between these two girls.
Uh-huh. I don't want to be on the floor again, guy. I don't want you to hit me in front of all these people, so I'm just gonna, nope, I'm bad.
You're already making me feel bad enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I learned enough to like not speak up and cause a problem, but he is still wearing his uniform, so it's kind of still 50-50.
But I also wonder, because we know that Dalton likes his people to like convey a certain something. You know, he wants his messengers to look that way. And Fitch has gotten some money, so he maybe should have went and bought some nice, like, off-work clothes. But to our knowledge, he has scullion clothes, and then he has this nice messenger's outfit.
Right.
So unless he goes out and buys other clothes, his option is to look absolutely terrible in his scullion clothes, which he also just used to murder a woman.
Right, and that was a dumb fucking move, too, because he keeps saying how, well, if this doesn't work out, I'm just going to go back to the kitchens. Well, now your kitchen clothes are fucked. So, unless you buy more clothes, you don't have anything to go back to now.
Yeah, I can't imagine dunking in a lake got rid of bloodstains in, like, burlap, because I assume that that's kind of the clothes that you're wearing as a scullion. You're wearing, like...
That soaks in for sure.
Yeah, like, very porous materials.
Not that I know anything about that.
I don't know. Spink claims that Claudine was raped by 30 or 40 men, and she died slow, just like the women of the past.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he seems to know a lot about it for somebody who wasn't there.
Yeah, a lot of those details.
Yeah. Fitch realizes that. And he's like, this is all a fucking lie. You're a fucking liar, bro.
Yeah, wait a minute. That's not how it went down.
Yeah.
Plus, it was kind of interesting to me that, like, if Spink did know this, then somebody's arrested already. And we know there were mobs that went and did vigilante injustice about it, and they killed some innocent folks. But, like, even on all the messages going around, everyone knows the person who actually did it's not been caught yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, how could you fucking know that it was 30 or 40 men?
It's what the authorities say, Nate.
Okay, yeah, I guess I understand that.
Yeah.
But like where Fitch is coming from, he knows firsthand
Yeah.
that's not right.
Yeah, which is what then ends up breeding even more distrust in him for Master Spink, for the system, for, you know, if that's what the reports are saying, then whoever's giving those reports is not an honest person, because he knows firsthand. He does have to school his face, though, because when he first hears it, he has like a the fuck face for a and has to be like, oh, don't look that way. But I also feel like it's shocking. So he probably could have gotten away with it either way. Like, you hear something shocking, you'd be like, what the fuck?
He's supposed to look shocked right now.
Right. So
he's supposed to be like, oh, no, that's terrible, which it is, but also he's feeling that way because of what he knows.
But see, he didn't have an I think that maybe that's the reason. He didn't have an that's terrible face. He had an
that ain't right. He had an it's not right face, but not for the reason that Spink was expecting.
Yeah, he would have had a more confused face as opposed to a shocked face. Spink ends up ending the lesson early because it's actually all the people in this room that raped Claudine. They're all responsible for it, and he's sick of looking at them. It's very weird because throughout the whole thing, he keeps saying how the Hakens of today, despite what they say and what they do, they're not any better. But he ends it by saying, go spend your week thinking on how to be better. So you can't, but keep trying.
It doesn't sound as bad, but when you know all the information, it's like, I want you to do this thing that you're incapable of because you're not actually the piece of shit that I'm trying to convince you are.
Yeah. I just, how many Hakens in that room have been perfect people who have minded their P's and Q's and done everything right their whole lives, and they're being told, nope, you're just as shitty as those terrible rapist people, and you're not any better, no matter how hard you tried. Keep trying harder. It's dangerous because it does breed very disgusting sense of hopelessness in a people.
Yeah.
So it's not good for your long-term planning. I understand why to keep a person down, but I don't think it's a good idea.
No, I mean, that's why things that are built to tell you you're inherently bad are bad.
Yeah. So Hakens file out of the penance assembly, and Fitch stops Beata when he sees her. He grabs her, pulls her over to a secluded spot against her wishes. She's not happy about it.
Right. When he's like, hey, Beata, she's like, fuck off. I'm done with you. As we previously talked about, I want nothing to do with you. So he grabs her by the fucking arm and she starts to fight him, and he just pulls her along anyways.
Yeah.
Which we talked about a little bit. Fitch would not normally do this. And there are probably reasons why he is behaving this way now.
Yeah, she ends up slapping him, and then he slaps her back immediately without even thinking about it. He just wants her to calm down, is the rationale that we get from in his head. He just
didn't want to hurt her. I just wanted her to pay attention.
Yeah, listen up. But what we were talking about before was that Fitch, at the beginning of this book, would never have hit a woman of any kind. Would never have dreamed about it. That would have been terrible. Hit anybody, because that's a fucking crime, right? After he hit Claudine, though, that boundary, that line, that moral line keeps getting pushed back, and it starts to become easy and second nature to just do something that 2 weeks ago would have been the worst thing you could ever do in your whole life. Now it's second nature to just do it, and that's not bad.
Yeah, especially for Beata. He would never have dreamed of hitting Beata.
No.
But now it's just like, well, I know it works, so let's do that.
Well, I had to. That's just the way it is. It's not even like, oh shit, I need to think about my actions type thing. It's just like, well, I had to. That's what you do when women don't listen.
When them crazy women don't listen.
Yeah. Once she's been slapped, she's outraged, as you would be.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I just slapped her to get her attention.
Yeah.
It's not like I did a hurt slap. I mean, come on.
Well, she refuses to listen. She doesn't want to hear anything he has to fucking say. Well, they just need to get what they want, and then they go crazy.
I think that this scene is interesting in the way that it begins to kind of prove Fitch's ideas that have been told to him about women a little bit. Because first she got what she wanted, and we'll find out why Fitch may think that in a little bit. But now she's acting all crazy. She's not. We understand the reasons why she's acting the way she's acting. But to Fitch, who doesn't know, she's just nutballs now, and he doesn't get it.
Yeah. And she once was this sweet girl, and now she's this crazy person who doesn't understand him. And the whole thing is just, he's getting a very bad crash course into relationships.
The way people are. Yeah.
All of it.
Well, plus now that he's hit her, in my eyes, he's forfeited any dream of ever being with Beata. Plain and simple.
Yeah, the goodwill wasn't really there before, but now it's completely gone. The trust, all of it.
Yeah, and we know Beata's dream wasn't to end up with Fitch. She said that in the beginning of the book. She wanted to be a soldier and doing things and like be gone, and that had nothing to do with marrying Fitch. So he's like staring at her like, that's going to be my wife someday. And it's like, not after that, dude. That's gone forever now. Now, best you could hope for her, she gets her dream far, far away from you.
Yeah. And you're just going to keep being a hitman, which fits because he's a criminal now for hitting her.
And yeah, because of that, but she doesn't even know the shit that he's really been up to yet.
Yeah, he's a double criminal.
And I'm just guessing if she figured
Triple
that out,
criminal.
She'd be like, bye, fuck yeah.
I mean, in Fitch's eyes, everything that he's done has been for the good, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't really see anything that he's done, even though it's atrocious, because it's all been for good. And he hasn't raped anybody yet, so...
That's your fucking value system. Well, I haven't raped anybody, so like murder's one thing, but
yeah,
I'm fine.
But that'll keep moving. You know what we should keep moving towards, though?
What's that?
A beer break.
Ooh,
like rapidly.
Yeah,
we need to go there right now.
It sounds like we need one, in fact.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll come back and do more of this. Hey, Nate, what are we drinking?
Today we are drinking Summertime, a Livin' Easy German-style Kolsch from Goose Island Brewing Company.
Is that a song?
What?
Summertime and then living. Yeah, no, never mind. Never mind.
I don't know. What I do know is that this beer is described as fruity, aromatic, and crisp, and it clocks in at 5.0%.
That's the song I'm thinking of.
Tell you what, we're going to look that up after, because I don't know what it is you're humming to me.
But it's a good beer. This is a German beer. It tastes like a German beer. It's pretty easy. I like to drink it. I don't know that I'd go so far as saying crushable.
Yeah, I don't think it's crushable either. It's not as fruity as what they say it is, but it doesn't have the Rhine taste.
I love that you're like, they said fruity on there.
It ain't fruity.
They need to hold that word holds a lot of weight.
Yeah, motherfucker. If you tell me it's fruity, it needs to be fruity.
You better fucking deliver. Yeah.
That's right. By the way, your song, Mungo Jerry. I know exactly who it is you're talking about. Fuck yeah. But as per this beer, we have had Kolsch styles before, and that is very much this.
It sounds like coleslaw.
Kinda, sure. I don't think coleslaw is German.
I don't think it is either.
We'll have to look that up as well. No. We already have the song thing, so there's only one more thing to do.
I'm going to give it 6 chairs on the beach.
6 chairs on the beach. Okay, I'm going to go 8 chairs on the beach.
Oh, we have a whole party.
Yeah, we do. That's a whole 14 chairs on the beach.
Holy shit. We need some friends.
But I think I do like it. The thing is, it's a Kolsch beer, and I've had those before. I know what they're shooting for, and this is that. So, like, it's good for what it is.
Yeah, you're probably right. I could probably go a couple chairs up on mine just based on that, because I just rated it based on what I like. And basing it on the Kolsch style, it is probably a couple chairs higher. I'll give you that, but I don't have that many friends, so it's
Should
fine.
we just call it 7?
Yeah, let's
7
do that.
chairs.
Let's do that. 7
14
chairs.
overall.
Yeah.
6 fucking people didn't show up. Can you believe that?
Motherfuckers.
We're just going to have to invite our patrons.
Hopefully they'll show up.
I think they will.
I think they would. I think they would. And with that, we'll get back in the chapter. And we came back from that faraway journey to the fridge.
It's like right here.
Yeah. Literally did not even have to get out of your chair, but
it's nice.
That's good. So Fitch and Beata are still in their little secluded cove after the slap off. And he has now calmed her down enough to warn her that if she says what happened to her, she will be marked as a liar trying to do harm to the big man, the minister.
Right. He kind of lays it out plain. Like, look, you didn't do anything wrong, but everyone's looking at you now.
This isn't about me. I'm not trying to, like, get you over here for a date or anything. I'm trying to tell you, shut the fuck up. Like, not now, but, like, in general.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we're going to have a problem.
Be careful.
Beata doesn't understand why, though. She's like, hey, if this comes out, the minister is going to be honest because he's an Ander. Anders don't lie. 1 + 1 = he will admit to being a rapist, right?
Right. He'll tell the truth.
Right.
Because they do.
Right. Always.
And then also, whatever he says is the truth. So even if he does say it's not, it's also true.
But also, Anders aren't bad people and they don't do terrible things. So obviously this wasn't a bad thing in the first place, right?
I mean, that's what you almost got me there. That's what they'd like her to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fitch is realizing, though, that Anders are not always so fucking flawless. And he tries to get her to see that. He's like, listen.
Yeah.
No. How would Spink know any of that? He doesn't even lead with Claudine, which is smart. Because that would have been a red flag. He leads with the, like, how would he know the names of all those people? Did they write it down? And she's like, yeah, they did. Because they were proud of that.
Oh, fuck.
But
I heard that this week is what's really frustrating about that.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah, because you always write the atrocities that you commit after you do them because you're proud of them. But so he tries to get her to see this. It doesn't really fully sink in, I don't think, but he does bring up Claudine eventually. Fitch points out that she did accuse the minister, and now she's fucking dead.
Right.
So what do you think happened there?
I know you said you didn't do anything wrong, but she did that same exact thing, and now she's fucking dead. So just mull that around a little bit, Beata.
Think about it. I can't say it out loud for you because I might lose my fucking job, but like, and also admit to what I did.
He can tell her the two things that the public does know. That she spoke up and that she's dead.
Yeah.
Anybody would know that.
Most people, especially Hakens, are not putting those pieces together, though.
Correct.
Right. It's only the people in the know that put the no's together. Or whatever.
You can spell that any way you want to.
Yeah. Fitch does acknowledge that in his own mind, he thinks that the two situations are different. Beata didn't want what happened to her, and she wasn't trying to cause problems, but obviously Claudine is a fucking floozy and asked for everything she got.
Right. He's in full acceptance of everything they told him about Claudine, and that's bad, right? We can all agree that that's bad, but what it is doing for Fitch that is good is that he is starting to see Claudine and Beata are kind of the same situation. Like, okay, Claudine asked for it, but she's dead. But Beata didn't ask for it, and she's gonna be dead too.
Yeah.
And that split has formed. Like, he realizes that not everything he's being told is accurate. Now, he hasn't come to any different conclusions about Claudine yet, right? He's not going, well, maybe Claudine didn't ask for it. But he knows for sure that Beata did not.
Right.
And that is a start.
Yeah, and that split has already formed just because of him liking Beata. I think we talked about that in a prior one. Had this happened to any other Haken, I don't think that he would start questioning the authority or the truth of the matter quite so much.
Right. It would have been any other person, but once it affects you, you start to see it differently.
It's weird how that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Beata says that she isn't going to tell. Listen, that's my secret. I'm not going to tell anybody that. And Fitch is like, well, it's too late for that because, first of all, I'm here. I'm talking to you. I heard about it. Also, Inger is going to make you tell.
Yeah, this thing has already spread.
I don't know if you know about your boss, but he's pretty fucking cool. And he came in here and he was all like, I'm gonna fucking hang people on meat hooks for that girl. And so we gotta do some cleaning up here.
By the way, Inger, cool fucking guy.
Yeah.
If this whole messenger thing fails, I probably won't be able to go back to my boss, who now has to treat me nicely, so he won't hire me again. Maybe I come to work with you.
Yeah.
Inger seems like he's a solid dude.
Yeah. I heard some questionable shit about Inger, but you know what? Solid guy.
Solid guy.
Fitch tells her if she refuses to say anything to Inger, to whoever starts questioning her, she's gonna be a criminal. Because that's a crime to like get around an investigation. What's it called? Interfere
with an investigation?
Yeah.
I was thinking of Hamilton, where he says, look at him, he obfuscates, he dances.
Yeah.
Like, to work your way out of doing what it is they want is only going to paint you in a bad light.
I thought there's something that the cops threaten you with if they're like, oh, I know you didn't do it, but if
obstruction of justice?
Yeah, we're gonna give you obstructing if you don't fucking tell us because you're involved in some way. So there's no good outcome here for her. She's either gonna be a beggar or she's gonna end up a prostitute and end up fucking old guys all the time.
Which is the thing that happened in the first place that she doesn't want.
Right. That's what I was like, that is such a cold, fucked up. I get where Fitch is coming from, but for him to be like, hey, calm down. Melissa, like, I'm just trying to talk to you and help you here, but you're going to become a prostitute and end up fucking disgusting old balls.
Yeah, but I think he's trying to scare her, right? Like, he wants to
is.
put into her brain that you cannot be the pillar of truth here and remain unharmed. They're fucking coming for you. They're going to kill you or they're going to ruin your life. You have to take action now. Otherwise, it's going to be too late.
No, you're right. And he is trying to scare her. She can't tell the truth and she also can't not tell the truth. She's kind of screwed here, no matter what she does.
Exactly.
Like that's the thing that it's rough because he's trying to like, here, I'm here to help you. But first I'm going to tell you, there's nothing you can fucking do. You're screwed either way. And then I'll help you. So Beata at this point is like, hey, I wanted to be in the army. You wanted to be the seeker of truth, right? So you would have to stand up for me based on what you believe, the things that you want in your life, your moral construct. You're a seeker of truth, so be the fucking truth teller and you're going to back me up, right?
Yeah, so if you go become the seeker, like right now, like I'm talking in the next 48 hours, you become the seeker and then you come back, you're going to have to defend me when I do all this shit. Is this Beata trying to make a fantasy where Fitch achieves his dream of being the seeker, then comes back and allows her to tell the truth to everybody the way it is and then defend her in that?
No, she's saying that was your dream. So even if you're not ever going to be the seeker, your internal code should say that you have to tell the truth because you want to be the seeker of truth so bad that the whole thing about being a seeker of truth is all about truth, right?
Truth no matter what. So that would dictate that he has to have her back in this. You have to tell the truth.
And if you couldn't have my back in this, you could never be the seeker of truth. So your dream is kind of shit.
Oh!
She doesn't say that, but like
that's implied.
That's implied, right? If you want to be a seeker of truth, you have to stand up for me.
I like that. That kind of puts to him realizing some of the stuff that's not true and his dream of being the seeker. Like, if you really want to be the seeker, you cannot just rest on your laurels that some of this is untrue, but we just roll with it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to attack it. That's your job as seeker, my guy.
Yeah. But he points out that I'm a Haken, you're a Haken. No one's gonna fucking believe me or you if he's accused. We're just dirty fucking Hakens. Also, what's the truth? This is where it also gets a little darker because he goes, I don't know. You were all about the minister beforehand. You never talked to me after it. You just fucking slapped me and ran off. Maybe you slapped me because you were having fun with the minister and you didn't want to be caught.
And for the first time, Beata realizes that Fitch doesn't understand why she's acting the way she's been acting. Where Fitch has been taking it, those women, they're fucking crazy. Now Beata realizes Fitch doesn't know why she's doing this. And probably is leaning into that idea.
But also, it makes her feel terrible because it makes her not only think about what Fitch may be perceiving, but what her fault is in the whole thing, right? He's like, you were all about him beforehand. So she starts to think about how it's her fault that it happened in the first place because she's a vile, wanton Haken and, she just couldn't restrain herself enough. And, Bertrand just had to do it. because she was being so alluring.
But she didn't want it, ultimately. That's
Right,
something
right.
because she's a Haken Bertrand was probably attracted to, but it's nothing that she herself did. So Fitch, in his endeavor to change her mind, did in fact change her mind about something, but actually kind of pushed her the wrong way.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, so it was my fault.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's not what. Damn it, Fitch.
Yeah, it's very much like, oh, so yes, what I was wearing and the way I looked at him was permission for him to do that, but I didn't want him to.
Right. But the most important thing is, even if the falsity of what you were wearing caused this to happen exists in her mind, is that she didn't want it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you don't want it, you shouldn't get it.
Yeah.
And if you get it when you don't want it, that's a fucking crime.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. I'm glad these two are starting to learn that. But still, it's painful when you just want to shake them both and be like, look, this is bad. What happened is fucking bad. Y'all need to run away and tell Richard what happened, and he will make it all fucking better. Don't worry about these motherfuckers. Just go 5 minutes ago. You shouldn't be here now. Fly, you fools.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and when you're watching two characters have their moral compasses completely skewed for them, like, you know it was wrong, but then as we talk about it, they get convinced that it's not as bad because you asked for it. But it's just gross.
And I think it's just made worse by the fact that, like, I feel like they're going to get there. I feel like they're going to figure it out, but they're not quite there.
Yeah.
Because they don't have all the, I feel like, affirmation they need from somebody in authority to kind of be like, hey, you know those ideas you've been having? They're right.
Yeah.
Run with it. Now, the only person we know of that Fitch has in that regard is Franca,
Yeah.
right? She was like, hey, she planted these ideas in his head, but she didn't also continue to talk to him like that to, like, push him further, push him into action necessarily. But she did plant the seed. Thank fuck for that.
Yes. The only bad thing about that is that she planted the seed that mob rule or like mob violence was bad, and then he proceeded to, like, that night go out and commit it.
Yeah, he didn't exactly take it to heart right away either.
But he also knows that he's not going to ever be able to kill Beata like he killed Claudine that night, right?
Yeah, this is your special girl. There's something different about your special girl. We talked about that. If it wasn't his special girl that this was happening to, he would have an extremely different view of everything going on. But since it's Beata, it matters. And he's paying attention. And he's weighing all of the different things he's hearing against each other to figure out what he really feels is right and what's wrong. And like I said, if it wasn't Beata, he wouldn't be doing that. So there's no way in hell he could ever hurt her.
I think that Beata may be looking at him with hate in her eyes a lot, but I think that he can't imagine seeing her look at him with the emotions that come with someone beating the shit out of you till death, and, like, not only just seeing her broken, but also, like, the broken trust or, like, knowledge of who he is as a person. Like, she doesn't know how bad he is.
Bingo. I think there's that. And I think it has to do with not knowing who Claudine was. I mean, in kind of a dark way, I can understand committing a murder of somebody that you don't know, have no attachment to. I'm not saying it's right or I condone it. I'm just saying it would definitely be easier for me to kill a complete fucking stranger.
Who you don't know her husband and her mom, her dad, her kids.
Than say you. There is no way that I could kill you. I could see somebody else ugly cry and not always feel moved to action. But I know what it looks like when you ugly cry, and it fucking breaks my heart. And I know some of the reasons behind those ugly cries. And I know all the history that we've had together over the last 18 years. And it's just like, no. I can be a piece of shit sometimes, sure, but I could never. I don't feel like I could get my body to do it, honestly. Yeah. And that's where Fitch is having this feeling about Beata. Look, I'm getting upset. That's fucking crazy. And he's just like, no, look, I've got a fucking line and she is squarely behind it.
Yeah.
This ain't going to happen the way Dalt probably wants it to go down.
Yeah. So we need to stop it. Okay. So he puts her fallen pin from before, the pin that came off of her dress.
The pin that fell on the day.
Yes.
Oh.
Into her hand. And he tells her that he only sees one way out of it. And that's the end of our chapter because we don't get to fucking
God damn it. It raises the pressure a lot in this chapter when they're like, look, you don't have a good option here. If you tell the truth, they're going to kill you. If you lie, you're going to be miserable forever. You have no good option, and therefore there is only one good option. I want for nothing more in this chapter than for there to be one more sentence where Fitch is like, this is my plan. But nope, motherfucker. And we don't know because we know he's all twisted up inside. So what the fuck is he going to do?
No, I continued I've read the whole book. And every time I've read this chapter, I've continued to read to be like, I want to know right now what he said. It's not right away. Spoiler!
Oh no, we got a chapter split?
Yeah.
Oh.
We go away from him now.
Mr. Goodkind, you bastard.
Yeah. He wants you to not put the book down. But why? Why? I've already bought the book, right? Right?
I guess we just got to keep reading. Okay, in that case, I guess we just start with 41. Hello and welcome to the... No.
It's just funny because like with a TV show, I understand why I'm like, cliffhanger, you got to come back next week. But this is a book, sir. Sir, I bought the book. You don't have to cliffhanger.
Sir. No, it'd be more like, sir.
Sir. But that's our truth. That's how we feel about it. And I would love to hear how you feel about it. So write to us in your journey books to podcastatt@gmail.com or find us on any of our social media.
Glug, glug, glug.
If you'd like to support this podcast and hear some more hilarious exclusive content.
Wow.
Find us over on patreon.com/podcastatt, where every tier is a happy tier. Thank you all for listening.
We'll see you real soon.
That's all for us, friend.